Welcome to Dependable Flame, where we explore vintage petrol lighters, ashtrays, tobacconiana, and other useful mechanisms. Make yourself at home. Today we have a vintage Banner aluminum block petrol lighter. It's a little bit different design from what you might typically think of when you see an aluminum block lighter. I want to give a shout out to Larry Leiter, who identified this lighter for us from an Instagram post that we had made a couple of months ago. We've been tinkering around the headquarters with this lighter for a while, and it is time to list it for sale. This is a really nifty old lighter, and certainly of the aluminum block fashion. Has a very heavy machined lid, substantial in the snuffer area of that lid. Has a really nice drilled out windscreen, 6 holes on each side, 3 lower, 3 higher. I think you could also call this lighter a thumb wheel lighter because of the manner in which it is actuated. You can hear a little bit of evidence of vapor lock there as I struck that wheel, and it sounded as though it was not going to ignite, but sputtered to life there. This lighter still has its original wick and wadding. Wick is definitely darker looking. I don't know if that was a darker material that it was made out of, or if it has just gotten filthy over the years with carbon and other soot and buildup. You can see some soot, other grime, carbon, that kind of stuff there in the windscreen. This lighter is not marked, so when I had posted that video on Instagram a couple of months ago, I just described it as an unmarked aluminum block petrol lighter. There you can see the bottom end of that wick as well as the wadding. Nice fuel screw with an integrated screwdriver to manipulate the flint spring screw. The thumb wheel on the slider is a little bit stiff. Took me a while to get it grooved and get it to where each time that you strike the wheel it will actually strike, but it's still a little bit stiff. Not the most fluid of striking lighters that I have ever seen, but it does ignite pretty well when you strike it. I think that jumping flame there would probably be helped by a wick replacement, or perhaps that is simply a function of the vapor lock that we are somewhat suffering from at this moment. That may be the more likely culprit, actually, as it looks like it's calming down a little bit here as it burns. But I just want to show you, because like I said, the file wheel is a little bit stiff when you go to strike it. We don't have to use that little screwdriver there, so we won't. We will take our precision screwdriver and remove this flint screw. You can hear that spring twisting around in there as we back the pressure off of it. So that is simply an inset screw. Try not to let that wander too far away here. The spring that puts the tension on the flint. And there's the Dunhill blue flint that is in it, which is wearing a little unevenly. Not uncommon in these old aluminum block lighters to see them wear a flint at a much sharper angle than you're used to seeing. So we will put that back in the other direction. Replace the flint. You can see that screw, I started to turn around, but both ends of it kind of lean to the side at some point. So I don't think it'll make much difference which end we put in first. Reinstall our inset flint spring screw, which may be a little bit tough. But we can get it started there. Now that we have that started, we will attempt to groove our flint in the proper direction. Which of course it's going to want to ignite the lighter when we do that. Tighten our screw on down. And if we don't screw that all the way in, then it may not want to sit flat. And you can see it kind of wobbles there. Let's see how it strikes with the screw in that position. Struck easy enough. So let's go ahead and turn this on down. It's a little better. It's sticking out a little bit. So not perfectly flat, but it's not going to fall over either. We will leave it there. Lights right up. So this will be listed in our eBay store soon. Those eBay listings are all facilitated through our website, dependableflame.com, at the page dependableflame.com/current eBay listings. You can find attractive aluminum block lighters like this, advertising lighters, semi-automatics, Zippos, other useful mechanisms, ashtrays, those sort of things. Make sure you get over there and check it out. And maybe add this one to your collection. Until next time.